When adding an image in Canvas to a page, assignment, discussion, quiz, or announcement, I'm going to be using the editing toolbar. The first thing I want to do is find the image that I'd like to add. I'm just going to reference this as a page, but please note that you can add it to a variety of Canvas features. In this case, I'm going to add a Bitmoji image. I already have a Bitmoji installed. If you're not sure how to do that and you would like to, please Google Bitmoji and how to get started. I'm going to go ahead and click on my link. I'm going to find the image that I would like to install or upload. For Bitmoji, I'm just going to right-click on it and save the image. If you're using another image from your device, just make sure that you know what it's titled and where it's located. So make sure that you understand where to find that image. Title it something you're going to remember. And I would recommend the file type being a PNG image, although you can also use a JPEG image. I'm going to go ahead and click on Save. There's my image. There's the title of my image, and here is where I'm going to find it located in my images folder. So back in Canvas, I'm going to click on Edit on the page that I want to include this image with. I'm going to use the dots over on the far right-hand side to increase the display size of that Canvas page window. I'm going to place my cursor on my page. I could also do this inside of a table if I wanted to have, for example, text on the left-hand side and an image on the right-hand side of the page. I would use a table for that formatting. If I want to make sure that this image is centered on the page, I'm going to go up into the Rich Content Editor and slide over to the center. From here, I'm going to click at the top of the page on the image icon. This looks a little bit different in the older Rich Content Editor. From here, I have the options of uploading images. If there are already images within my course that I want to reuse, I can get into those. Or if I have images stored within my Canvas files. In this case, I'm going to upload an image that I have saved to my device. If I have that image somewhere handy on my desktop, I could actually drag and drop it into this box. You'll see I can also search here on Unsplash, which is just a web-based image portfolio, or I can paste in a URL if I'm using an image from the web. For this example, I'm going to pull in that Bitmoji image that I saved onto my device. So I'm going to click in the upload image. It's going to bring up my files and folders, and I want to make sure that I'm in the one where I saved that image. I'm going to scroll down. I called it Reading Bitmoji, so I'm going to scroll down until I find that file. I'll get a little preview. Then I'm going to click on Open. You'll see it load in this box within Canvas. And then I also have the option of adding a description for the image for accessibility features. Or I can check the box that says Decorative Image, and then I'm going to go ahead and embed that image. You also have an option if you're using the URL upload to just display a link that students would need to click on in order to see the image. I want the image to show up on my page, so I'm going to stick with embed. And then I'm going to go ahead and click on Submit. That image is going to load on my page. Pops up as a gray box first, and then it looks like it disappears. So just be patient with it as it's adding that image. All right, my image is now embedded. I can click on Save and have that image on the page. However, I think this is a little bit too large for the page. If I click on the image, you'll see that I get these little corner bars that I can click and drag. You'll also notice that I have some sizing information there. So that's telling me the sizing in pixels. And if I'm trying to match image sizes, that information is going to be really handy for me so that I can make sure that my images are sizing to the same size on the page. So I can click and drag and then save. If you need to get more specific with your image sizing, I would recommend that you go into the HTML editor. So if you're trying to really make sure that the image box size matches another image on your page, you can switch over to the HTML editor. In the old content editor, you would see that up at the top near the editing toolbar. In the HTML, I'm going to scan in here until I can find the information on the image. Here's my image. You can see the title is in here. You can also see the sizing here. So the width and the height that were displayed on the other page. So if you're trying to match an image that already exists on your page, you can go in and see, and then you'd be able to match that. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and click back to the rich content editor view. So I just clicked that HTML icon again. The other thing that I can do with an image is turn it into a link. So if I highlight the image, and I'll know it's highlighted because I have the box around it, I can then add a link, either a course link to a page with or other item within my course, or I can add a link to an external URL or site. This could link to a Google Doc on maybe reading expectations. I could link to a recommended reading list. I could link to another page in the course. And then you'll notice when you link it that it's just going to highlight that yellow. And when you save and come back to your image and hover over it, you'll notice that the cursor or the arrow turns into a hand, and you'll know that that image is clickable to take you to that other site.